Nick, you just told me something, and I want you to repeat it, and tell everybody what you told me. What are they?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah. So it's the only article I've seen on it. It's a Drive article, so I'm assuming there's some weight behind it.
Some
But
validity.
yeah, some validity. That's the word I was looking for. But apparently, the chief planning officer for Nissan North America confirmed that the Skyline is not coming to North America. We are getting the Q50 again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but as a factory installed dealer option, you can now just get or you will be able to get the Skyline JDM retrofit. So you won't have to order the badges or anything from Japan anymore. They'll just install it for you before you pick it up
They'll
and
clap
charge you a
it
fee.
from the factory.
Exactly.
Listen. So what you do is you go in and you pay Infinity money. And then
Yes.
they take the Infinity badges off and they put a Nissan badge on for you and put the little Skyline for you for a nominal
Yes,
fee.
but it says Skyline on it, so now it's worth more than an Infinity because it says Skyline.
Now it is a Skyline. It is a
Yeah.
Skyline. There's no question about it. No one can contest you.
Yeah, no, you have a factory purchased 2028 at that point Skyline.
Wow.
Nice.
Idiot. If
Yeah.
you
Apparently it's going to be offered with the same powertrain in the Z with the 6-speed manual, which is interesting. We both like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure it'll offer the automatic as well, but just the fact that you'll be able to get a sedan with that much power and a manual is cool. I'm not going to shit on Nissan for that, even though that transmission has had issues for ages. But
You will be grinding gears. Which gear?
second
Gear. You will be grinding second gear.
You will be grinding second gear.
Yeah.
But you can do it in a sedan now.
That's cool.
When that comes out.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And not only will it be a sedan, but you'll be able to have your twin turbo manual sedan with Skyline badges from the factory.
It's basically a Skyline. It's basically It is a Skyline, allegedly. So
it is.
Are they going to replace all the badges inside the car too?
A good question. If I know Nissan, I'd say no. You just get the outside badges.
So they'll just put okay, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they will replace the inside badges.
Honestly, if they only replace the outside badges, that's the funniest fucking thing. If they do replace the inside badges, I will give them a smidge of credit for giving a little bit of a shit, because they would have to replace the airbag.
If they just replace the outside badges, it would be sort of right up their alley. That's a very Nissan thing to do. So we'll see.
I can't wait.
I mean, based on the renders, it doesn't look like it's actually getting Nissan badges. It's getting like the actual sort of Skyline S badge. So
right, but it's not an Infinity Skyline.
No, it's a Nissan Skyline.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just. You got to deal with the rest of the Infinity badges, I would think.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Anyways,
I hope so. Maybe the steering wheel is just gonna get the Skyline badge globally. They could do that.
That would be weird in North America.
Yeah, that would be strange. But I don't know. Like, think of the best way that they can cheap out, and they'll do that.
And I think for them that's putting the badges on the outside but leaving the inside ones.
Probably. That's fair. But I don't know. We're big haters, but they do it. Do a good job.
Or there just will be no inside badging other than the steering wheel, so they only have to replace the one.
Right.
Like they won't stitch or emboss the Infinity logo into the headrests or anything like that.
Yeah, I could see it. It'll
just be the steering wheel logo.
I could see it.
Which, like, wouldn't it be really funny if you started up your Skyline and the first thing that comes across the screen in front of you is Infinity?
Yeah, that would be really sweet. But
is that I think is definitely going to happen.
Yeah, but how people like OBD11 and stuff. I think you could probably do it in the Supra, where you change the infotainment to be. You could probably change it to boot up and say BMW. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can choose like BMW, Mini, and Rolls Royce. I think.
Yeah, So maybe it's one of those where they can just like plug their thing in and be like, okay, this one's gonna say Skyline or Nissan or whatever the fuck, right? Maybe, but someone will forget.
Fuck, everybody's gonna make it say GTR.
Oh yeah, obviously. Like, come on,
Everybody
man.
with a Q50 with a Pops and Bangs tune is gonna have the Skyline badge package, and they're
Yeah,
gonna fucking code their dash to say GTR.
dude, just like every single GTI that can recodes their dash to say R. It's the same thing. And you should have yours say Rolls Royce. Let's get that clear. You should be turning on your infotainment goes Rolls Royce.
I can even change the chime. I can have the Rolls Royce chime. So instead of the BMW like
Oh yeah,
check engine noise that it makes the Rolls Royce one
I
instead.
would do that because that's like subtle. That's not like
That's
overtly.
funny. I
That's
think that's
funny.
funny.
Yeah, because it would catch someone off guard, right? Just
Yeah.
they're like, what the fuck? I like that. Oh man, this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be like a complete shit show. This is gonna be a clap fest. That's my
This is gonna be the next Hellcat.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 1,000,000%. This is gonna compete directly with the Dodge, the new Charger with the 6-pack, twin
Yeah.
turbo V6. This is exactly what it's gonna compete with.
Yep. This is
Yeah.
gonna be the downpipe tune Pops and Bangs special
Yeah.
with it says GTR when you start it.
Mm-hmm. I saw one, a 4-door 6-pack in real life the other day.
They're fucking big, aren't they? They're huge.
They're big and unbelievably at the same time underwhelming and understyled.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the old ones. I don't think they drive good, and I don't think they're good cars. But I think that the last gen Charger before this EV 6-pack bullshit, at the very least, the ones with the Hellcat or like Scat Pack bumpers, they kind of looked good as a sedan. They look okay.
Yeah, no, they looked menacing.
Yeah, I think the Challengers with the sort of baby face like Hellcat, they look good. I think they're good. They drive like shit, but they're good looking cars. I don't think this is a good looking car in the slightest. And I've
Yeah,
sat in multiple.
It's good looking from angle. I like the front 3/4 view of the 6-pack. I think that looks good. The rear or the rear 3/4 view, it's not bad. It's just kind of bland.
It looks fine, but you honestly have to be like at a low angle for it to look good. Because if you're looking at the normal like 6-pack without any of the venting or whatever, like, because I think you can get it with, or maybe the venting. Oh, you know what? It was black, so I couldn't even tell the vent. It just looks so understyled. I think it's just underwhelming. I think you need to have like a bright color to really set off like the body choices, the body lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't think it looks bad. I just think it's really big, and from certain angles, mostly the rear, just a little sort of bland.
It's just it's not ugly, it's just understyled. That's what it is. Yeah, it's just
Yeah. The good
there's
news
not much
about that
going
is
on.
because it's understyled, it'll probably age really well.
Probably. Yeah. It's not going to look like an FK8 where it's just Gundam vomit.
Yeah.
They're kind of growing on me a little bit just because I don't know. I like how wide they are mostly. I like a wide car, where they kind of put the extra width on them. That kind of does it for
Yeah,
me. But
kind of like the 159 Sport Wagon with its
yeah,
big arched rear.
exactly. How'd you know? Yeah, curious. Yeah, exactly like that. It's weird how I like cars exactly like the 159 Sport Wagon. But
Yeah.
oh, I have something. We were
Okay.
planning before this what we're going to talk about because there's a light news week. I fell down the rabbit hole of if you've never shopped for a JDM car, a great place to start. I've just only heard good things about it. Is B Pro. This is not a sponsor.
I used
Just
to
heard
look
good
at stuff all
things.
the time.
Yeah, it's a great place. Like it's the best place to like have a look
I've
because they
heard
give you
many
the
good things about Brian from B Pro. Apparently,
yeah.
he's a
I've
really
heard
nice
nothing
guy.
but
They're
good things.
stand-up company.
Yes, not like other JDM importing companies that you can find across North America.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
B Pro has
may
a
or
very
may
good
not have
reputation.
gone out of business in the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. May or may not. Not sure who that could be. But they added a new feature on their site because normally they'll be like, "Oh, we own these cars. We have these cars ready to ship. This is the price," which I love, all in price. It's not like, "Oh, here's the price and here's all the surprises of additional thousands of dollars you'll have to pay."
Yeah.
Love that. Mwah, chef's kiss. But they added a feature to their site where you can look at what appears to be Japanese dealers, like cars they don't own, but they could acquire for you, like purchase from another dealer.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and
that's
they
cool.
have the all-in price, the same thing. So I guess they have an amount that they add to each price, and then they show you that price,
Yeah,
which was
I
great.
remember. I remember you talking about that because
Yeah,
before they used to have like this is what we have in inventory, and then you could search the auctions through their website
exactly.
because they
Uh,
had like publicly available auction credentials, or you could view them as a guest.
exactly. But
And
they didn't have the
but
full
yeah, no,
price
I'm
on
looking at
those.
it right now. Like this is really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. But I was staring because I'm not afraid to say the FD2 is a love of mine.
Yes, I know it is.
I love the way, well, you do, but just in case someone does not know who I am, I love that thing. There is a blue one on there with high mileage, and it's like 24 grand, and it's like an undesired. It's like 180,000 kilometers. It's blue. It's got the black interior, so it's kind of like an undesirable Type R. 24 grand,
Hmm.
all in price. And it's did I don't
That's
know if I
not bad.
mentioned it's blue.
You did
The,
mention it's blue. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
for I have stared at that listing for like the better part of an hour, just like the back three quarters. I love the fucking back three quarters of that car. I fucking love it. It is wing zero function, but it's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like just front wheel drive K24 or yeah, K24, right?
Is it the F
FD2.
this
So
the CSX one that you like, right? FD2,
yeah.
I think, or is that FD2? Yeah, that's
Oh, it's a
FD2.
K20 then. Yeah, it's a K20.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. I don't know enough about Hondas. But yeah, just looks fantastic. It's like higher mileage, which is fine because it's a fucking Honda. It's fine.
Is,
And
is it the blue one on like Ray's wheels for 25,699?
I think that might have been the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I found it.
Yeah. That back three-quarter angle just makes you feel. Okay? Just makes you feel. I
Anthony
love
has
it.
all the ambitions of somebody that like wants to buy cars that he can work on, but doesn't like working on cars.
Yeah. Pretty much. I like working on cars. No, okay, I want to clarify. I like working on cars. I like when things go right. I also, in complete fairness, have never had a car that didn't need to go to work the next day to work on. And I think that's the point. That's the sticking point for me. Is it doesn't need to work for me to like function in society, right?
Hmm.
That's my kind of like where it doesn't really go well because then I'm in the garage at 3 a.m, kind of shivering and swearing and upset. That's what I don't want. Which that's why if I had
How
a
about
second vehicle.
a slightly cheaper FD2 Type R
Hmm.
previously repaired for
I
$23,000?
saw that one. And I was like, hell no, because I don't want this one. This blue one. First of all, it's blue, and that's my favorite. Other than the red Mugen, which there's a separate vehicle basically. The blue is my favorite fucking color on that car because it's also quite rare.
No,
And
that's fair enough. I'm here for that. I'm always if it's a Type R, I'm always a championship white kind of guy myself.
I love the championship white. I do. I would not be mad at it if it was like, okay, this one's really good and well priced and it's white. I'd be like, great, love it, right? But the blue, and also
And
it's cheap.
I will be honest, like I would trust Japanese previously repaired more than most North American previously repaired
I agree.
cars.
I definitely trust them at least a hair more than the North Americans. So
Yeah.
like,
I
yeah.
just feel like there's more pride in that work than North American work.
Oh, most definitely. I saw one that had North American CSX headlights on it. It was like one of the
That's
cheaper
funny.
ones.
I like
That
that.
yeah, because I guess they were mass produced. But yeah, it's just they can be a little bit of a hodgepodge. But to me, I don't know. That just something about the fact this one is kind of undesirable. It's like the worst, not the worst. It's a bad example. It's got high mileage. It's not like a collector. I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted,
You could just get in
and
and drive that bitch.
no one would be mad. No one would be mad. Like if this is exactly, I think you already found it, but this is the exact one. Like, and
Yeah,
it's got the
I'm
yeah, it's got a cool
where
diffuser. Love that.
Yeah,
Very
that's the
good look.
exact one I'm looking
That's the
at.
exact one. Perfect. I think that's on Homero wheels, which I had tried to buy previously for my car because I saw them at Up Garage for $600, and I was like, even if shipping is $600, that's fine.
And then
Like
shipping was like a grand.
it was about 2 grand. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was. I think it was like it
I
genuinely
think
was
it's a new wheel.
$1,400. Yeah, I could just have gotten. I'm like, but that's not the point. Like, it's not a deal anymore. So it's like, forget it. Um, yeah, no, that was me. I was staring at that back 3/4 angle for hours. Just an attractive vehicle.
I do like the FD2.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Personally, I I just want to make sure FD2. Yes, that is the FD2. Then it's the DC5 is my personal. Like if I wanted to have a
Right.
Type R from that generation, I would probably go DC5,
Yeah,
the
like the
two door.
Integras and yeah, yeah.
Yes. My personal favorite Civic Type R will always be the EK9.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fantastic, legendary vehicle. Like
That one will always be my favorite.
I would.
I think the EK is like one of the best body styles that Honda ever made,
Oh yeah,
and the B series is like one of K series wonderful motor, like one of the motors of all time. But I love the
yeah.
B series.
Oh, I completely agree. I really love. I think '90s Honda in general is like a very. It's even up to the early 2000s, but like, mostly like that EK9 era is just like such a
Yeah,
very beautiful time in Honda's history. Like
it is. And
just the
now they're
best
all
shit.
fucking.
And now they're all destroyed, rust, and they're all. Or you want a good one, and it's like 40 grand.
Wow, all
Like
these MR2s are really fucking expensive to bring in now. Jesus Christ.
I remember seeing a clean MR2 turbo that was like right-hand drive in like 2014, and the guy wanted 5 grand for it, and he's like, "Please, somebody buy it, please." And it was like
Yeah, it's like
clean.
20 plus right now.
That's crazy. No, I wouldn't touch that. You can get them for 20, kind of here, like a left-hand
Yeah,
drive one, like 25 maybe. They're a
yeah.
little higher, but the convenience of left-hand drive is worth it.
I think so.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, they're like fucking 60 grand. Whole 61. What's so special about oh it's a 97. Okay.
Nick's seeing dollar signs, bro. He's like, my car's worth how much? But you just got to increase your coverage, really, more than anything, because you are not selling.
Yeah, no, I'd have to drop it off at the reserve for a few hours.
Yeah, seriously. Uh, uh, I love
Oh,
shopping for JDM cars because it's just the
no,
world of
fun.
possibility.
Oh, 5,900 kilometers. That explains it.
5,900.
5,900. Look at it. It's clean.
Jesus, that's
Clean,
impressive.
bro.
That's
Clean.
impressive. Oh, it's a 97 as well. Like it's a really late model one. When did they end? 98?
99, I think. 98 or
99.
99.
Wow. Yeah, if you wanted like just an original one, that's the one. I would not. I would not pay
I
$61,000.
would never pay 70,000. I would never pay, yeah, sorry, $62,000 for an
Yeah.
MR2.
No, not even
I
not
would
even in chance.
I would struggle to pay 25 or 30 for one personally.
Well, considering where you got in on yours, that's understandable. But
Yeah.
I don't think I would pay over 30.
How much are STIs going for these days? What do we,
Because
I
even
want
if
like a
this is like all original and well taken care of, like shit just rots. Like it's the reality of old cars. Like it's still gonna have all the same problems, right? Like seals
yeah.
are leaking, whatever is, shit's probably in there rusting, gas, fuel pumps rusting, whatever it is. It's a beautiful example to look at, probably not to drive.
Mhm. Let's see, Impreza WRX.
Just shopping for JDM
Wow.
cars. Why? What
There's
wow,
less
tell us.
weapons for sale than I thought there would be. Lots of bug eyes. Really liked the bug eye in Japan. I don't
They
blame them. I
sold a
like the bug eye.
billion. No, I like the bug eye. I have no ill will against the bug eye, but you know, like not I don't think it's the best looking eye. I think it's a good looking eye. It's not they all look good. They all look good. There's no disrespect, but it's not the best looking one.
I always wish we got the JDM EJ in North America. The 207 is just it's better than what we got.
We've been deprived of a lot. in North America in general.
We were deprived of the good Subaru engine.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
And it revs to 8. I would much rather have an engine that revs to 8.
I'm sure you would. I agree. What is the last version of the EJ that's in the STI Rev 2?
Like in North America?
Yeah.
67, 6800.
Hmm.
I think if you got the I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think if you got the S209, it was a little bit higher, like
Hmm.
7,000.
Could we get that?
Yeah, we got the S209.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
We only ever got like the last version of it because like for every generation of STI,
Mm-hmm.
Subaru always did like an S20 model, like S203, 04,
Right.
or 05, whatever. We only ever got the last S209.
Yeah. I do have a bit of a love for like Subarus in general. I find myself like I see WRX hatches rolling around and like from like the 2013 generation and I can't stop looking at them. Like they really are
I
good looking cars.
I love the STI S203.
S203.
I wish I could have imported one while they were cheap,
Oh, yeah.
specifically the S203.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fucking behemoth of a vehicle. How
It's a
much are
good
they now?
one.
When you were like what's their bottom and where did they end
Oh,
up?
when I was looking years ago, they were like 25, 30 grand. Now they're like
Right.
60, 70.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember years ago I met, you meet people at a car meet, and he
Yep.
had a Bug Eye STI, and he's like, I bought it. This is probably like 2015. He had bought it from the original owner, and it had 60,000 kilometers on it. And he said he
Wow.
paid, yeah, and he said he had paid 25 grand at the time. Which in my head, I didn't say it out loud. I'm like, that's way too much goddamn money. Now, if you had offered me the same vehicle, I might pay 30.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I
like it.
understand. Yeah, it's crazy how what the market
Not even
has
just the
done
market, but
to these
like
cars.
not yours because you're always been this way. But like as far as like me being like, oh, that actually like is completely a fair price. Like that is like, when you're young, you're like, that's crazy because you see bad ones and they're like 10, 12, 15 grand at the time, right?
Yep.
And then a good one is like triple that and you're like, fuck off. But no, absolutely, 1,000,000%. I would buy multiple if I could at that price. So
Damn, even RX-7s have just straight up
yeah,
56
everything's skyrocketed.
grand.
Millennials have they can't buy homes, but they can buy their dream cars. I respect it, but I hate that the
Yeah,
prices have
I'm
gone
here
up.
for it.
Uh,
Wow, AutoZam, $42,000.
oh fuck you. Dude, 90% of these motherfuckers didn't know that shit existed until Instagram, like 7 years ago. That's ridiculous,
42 grand, and it's got some fucking body damage on the rear bumper.
bro. You're getting a steal.
Really? Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I blame the United States. They ruined the JDM car market.
Oh, the entirety of the concept of JDM has been ruined by like everybody. In fact, it's probably a good segue into like conversations that we were having before. I hate social media and every day it gets worse. And we already talked about clapped out G's and Q's. I'm not going to touch on those. I'm just confused. Right? Like let me tee up this uncomfortable conversation.
All right, do it up.
I I have the misfortune, let's call it, of opening my phone and I want to laugh at cats or look at cool car, I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. I want to look at cats in a cool car, you know, sometimes a pretty
Yeah,
girl,
I
right?
can understand that.
You know, and I get inundated with nonsense. Nonsense after nonsense. I get basically your time I'll never get back from people I never wanted to hear from. Driving cars that should be in a junkyard. Or alternatively, I don't know, driving cars that are in front of me in a drive-through line and not something I ever make note of.
Just driving cars that should just be cars.
Yeah, pretty much. And in fact, I would go so far as to say it's worse than that, because I've seen people driving cars that should be cars, and for some reason they have a page. That in itself is annoying when they're bad. Like, just they drive like, brother, you have a Camry, like a normal 2020 Camry does not need a page. You put a bunch of stickers.
Nope.
There's
Nothing
worse.
wrong with the 2020 Camry.
No.
Good car.
Great. If
As
I
a
had
car.
to, if I had to pick a commuter car that I would want, I would pick a Camry. I think it's a great car, and you should be proud to. You should be proud to own a good car. That's a good car. It's not a enthusiast car.
Don't need an Instagram page for your Camry.
No,
But
but
great car.
But if I pass by, if I see you driving and signaling, and I'm going to say that's a respectable guy with a good job, right?
Yeah.
Like, I respect you. I'm talking about the people who we see. It's actually worse, honestly, than the ones who post cringe content. I've started to, in my old age, understand that sometimes it's just rage bait.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this is a big but. There are times when it's clearly not fucking rage bait, right? And,
oh no, like they're actually taking it seriously.
Yeah. And what do I mean? We saw a video earlier today that it made me frown, but basically just a bunch of people who are like, they always do it. They always like LARP as Dominic Toretto 100% of the time. What they all, even the women, if they could shave their heads and wear a muscle shirt, they'd do it. You know what I mean? Like 100% of these people. And it's like, I see that, and okay, I'm just gonna open it so that we're clear. There'll be like a Camry on like the spare tire wheel. You know what I mean? Like on the fucking spare, right? With like insane paint damage on the hood. And I'm not talking even a new Camry. This is like a circa 2007 Camry with like 3 different colors on, like there's a door is this color or whatever, and it's just clear coat damage across I could make a map of the archipelago that your clear coat damage is creating. A friend of mine actually did this once. He would get pictures of cars with clear coat damage, and he would use it to create archipelagos for his D&D campaigns. I swear to God. And that's what this is doing, right? And then you have this like sexy music, like I'm seeing something exciting. Also, all of their gas caps are damaged. Not sure what the trend is there, if they're the gas cap crew or whatever it might be. But like, and there's always like one semi-respectable guy that's like with them. Do you know what I mean? There's always like one car that's like an S4 or like, which is great. S cars are great.
The one guy that just kind of made it out.
Yeah, or alternatively, he might be autistic, like he doesn't know better. He doesn't know that he doesn't have to be friends with these people. Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't recognize it at all, and he's just like basically stuck in this like effectively abusive relationship where like they're using him in essence for legitimacy, right? Like, and I don't think people are understand, because then they'll see like, I don't know, like a ratty GTI or something, just as because it's on the screen right now, and they're like, my ratty Camry, it's the same as this ratty GTI. No, there is a difference, and the fact that you don't understand the difference proves that you just don't know ball, right? There is a complete lack of understanding here. Okay, you don't know why that's different. I'm not going to speak to you. Okay, and I'm glad you're having fun. I am. To quote Shane Gillis, I used to have fun myself, but this is bullshit. This is I wish that for the life of me, I could have 5 minutes in the brain of someone who videotapes a Camry that is 6 different fucking colors with a smile on their face and TikTok dances in front of it, right? And then names their fucking Instagram page like that 2009 Camry or something like that. As if like everyone you know why everyone knows who you are? You were the kid that used to scream in the back of the class and they wished you'd shut up, but you thought they were looking at you because it was funny. That's what this is. That is effectively what the fuck this is. I feel, why do you make this? Feels like you're making me hit you is what it feels like. Like you're making me scream at you. I'm the abusive parent here, because what's going on? that every one of these cars has fucking clear coat damage. I wish I was joking. Black TSX,
No, every single
TSX,
one.
clear coat damage. Gray TSX, clear coat damage. Camry, no clear coat to speak of. Let's be honest. This RAV4, why are you
matte paint?
it's I wish it was matte because that kind of implies that it's one fucking color. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's matte black. No, this is shades of black. 50 shades, possibly. Like, that's what 50 shades of gray. That's what the TSX is. Because, God, do you abuse it and not take care of it? That's sure what that sounds like. I'm glad you're having fun, but you're literally making me frown. You've taken my life and my time away, and now I'm upset, and that's your fault. I'm glad you have friends, I guess. But to be honest, sometimes I wish that you had, I don't know, maybe heartbreak and understanding. And I don't mean heartbreak like you post sad reels standing in front of your fucking TSX or Camry. I mean heartbreak like the understanding that your behavior sometimes affects people negatively, and then they don't want to spend time with you. Because everywhere you go, you're taking photos and videos of your ratty fucking Camry and making noise. You bother people. And I want you to know, I mean you. I mean you with my full chest. You listening to this. I don't believe it's rage bait anymore. I think you're retarded. I think you're retarded. I'm losing my mind because it's the only explanation.
This is the kind of
one.
gatekeeping that we live for.
Dude, I can't do it I just can't do it anymore. I literally said when we started this, I was like, I'd like to give them an olive branch and be like, you know what? Maybe you just don't know, and we'll get you started on what the best way to do this is. I take it back. Fuck you.
A lot of them do know. Yeah, it's like a lot of them just do know, and this is what they've chosen.
This is their behavior. This is their chosen way
just,
forward.
Pull up to the meet, and the meet is just like 7 clapped daily drivers.
Yeah.
And like 1 V6 Mustang.
Yeah. Well, like even like this is the thing, right? In the video, the Camry that has no clear coat, like, and it's like sort of brown and also green. It's literally, it looks like something that has been fucking discarded and you picked it up off the ground. It is sun bleached like the front of a store that no one visits, and when you go in, the owner watches you intently because fuck, somebody's finally come into my store. That is the level of decay that you're forcing me to participate in viewing.
Yeah.
And then they have the fucking engine bay open like there's anything to see. Brother, there's more dust in there than the Middle East combined. Troops came back from Iraq. Less green and brown and gray from dust than your car is. And then you put it on Instagram and you dance in front of it.
Yeah.
You're going in my note.
Clean, bro.
Clean. Can we talk about that too?
Yes.
Because I am sick of the word. I don't think you know what clean means. I don't even like let me even back it up. I don't like the word clean. It bothers me because it's a catch-all term for I have nothing better to say. You have no intelligent form of conversation to have about this at all. I never use the word. It pisses me off. But people have started saying clean to stock cars. Clean? What do you mean? I remember the first time this happened to me. I literally drove my stock FRS, right, to a meet, and I met a guy because we were looking at the same car, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat, right? I forget what we were looking at. I think he had some wheels that I was like, oh, those are some good wheels. And the guy was like, yeah, those are some good wheels. And he's like, oh, which one's yours? And I pointed it out. I said, oh, it's just this stock FRS. Nothing to, it's an FRS, so at least it's an okay car, but like nothing to write home about. I never brag.
It's my car that I'm proud of, and that's it.
I managed to purchase this vehicle on my own at 23, and I was very proud of myself, right? He proceeds to sort of be like, oh my God, that's clean, bro. I'm like, yeah. And I literally went, it's stock. And that was the first time it happened. And since then, it's only gotten worse because we saw a video of a guy who, bless his brain fucking dead heart, if anything's going on up there, we don't know. Like, he has like stickers all over his Camry or a Corolla. Excuse me, not even a Camry, a Corolla.
It is
not
a
GR Corolla, a Corolla.
No, Corolla.
And he did one of those parking next to a stock version of your car to show them the potential. The potential for what?
See, those ones kill me because it's like yours is the stock version of your car.
Yeah, they both are.
You can't you can't slap some fucking, I guess if you're listening from the States, some like Pep Boys canards
Yeah.
and two-way tape diffuser and vortex generator onto your car and paint the wheels black and then go around saying parked next to the stock version of my, it's yours is the stock version
Yeah,
of your
that's
car.
you. That's you,
You're,
buddy.
in fact, it's arguably worse than the stock version of your car.
Mm-hmm. You literally ruined your resale value with your bullshit. I really hope that when you take off your double-sided tape shit, it takes some clear coat off with it. I'm gonna throw up.
It's just
You're gonna make me vomit.
it's just so bad. Like
No,
I
but
don't
it is.
there's nothing wrong with having the stock version of your car. Just enjoy it.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
You
There's
don't
not
need an Instagram page for it. Just enjoy it.
like
On
I
the
get
flip
it.
side, to that, it's like imagine being able to live just so carefree and
Brain dead.
like I'm like just absolutely not worried about anything, or it's just everything, it's all okay to you. This is allowed.
Everything is okay. I cannot like your car, but if at the very least your car could be full of mods I don't like. And I don't mean I don't like I mean like a matter of taste, right? But if you spent some
Yeah.
money on it and I don't like it, that's fine. I don't like it. That's just me. But you didn't really spend any money by going down to Pep Boys and getting some stickers, or let's be honest, ordering them from Alibaba or whatever the
Oh, yeah.
fuck. Like, you didn't really do anything, which is like dumb, and you look like an idiot. At least it's not 6 colors and doesn't have any clear coat, but that's where cars like that end up.
You know what's better than putting stick-on canards and diffusers on your Corolla and painting the wheels black?
What?
Why don't you just get it very nicely detailed and paint corrected and
No, because it's
just
not
make it as
custom.
good as it can possibly be
No.
in its stock form?
No, because it's not custom. No, no, I'm so sorry. It's not custom. Well, my car is custom.
It's not.
Nick.
Yeah, it's
My
not
car is
clean.
custom. It's not clean.
Not clean.
No, it could be clean if you cleaned it. But isn't it funny how these cars are always also disgusting 90% of the time? Like, they're always like I sent you a picture. I'm not making this up, hand to God. I sent you a picture yesterday. I was eating at a restaurant and I parked my car and I looked over and the worst GTI I've ever seen parked very
I
close
remember
to
that
me.
picture.
Yes. He had canards, of course. He had
Vortex generator.
vortex generators. He had what are the ones that go louvers. He had louvers on the window.
Louvers,
Not sure why.
Louvers on a GTI on the rear window,
but
gotta love
only
it.
on the rear part of the rear door window. Very important. Very important
Yes.
for speed.
Yeah.
Oh, he also, you can't see this in the photo, so you'll have to take my word for it. And this is my favorite thing that they do. You can get these stickers, and I don't know where they're getting them because I've seen them on different cars. Oh my God, I'm getting so riled up, I'm getting heartburn. That's how old I am. There are these stickers you can get on that you can put on cars, and I've seen them, and they just say the word sports and nothing else.
Sports. I love that.
Nothing else. They just say sports. I don't know where they're getting them, but they're getting them and they're putting them on the car. And he had them across every single wheel well, across the top.
You know what? I saw, oh my God, I forget what it was. I saw a car that had literally exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was an MPC car. It was a 4-door sedan. It was silver. I forget what fucking make and model is.
I think it was a Toyota Camry, because I know what you're talking about.
It may have either been an Elantra or maybe a Sonata. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But it was silver. He painted the mirror caps black. He put some stupid canards on it, and then at the bottom of all 4 doors, not just the front ones, all 4 doors, sports.
That's what I'm saying.
With I think it had a red S. I don't remember if
it does. It has a red S on the end. On the end, it has the red S.
Yes.
Dude, I can't anymore. I can't do it anymore, Nick. They're driving me crazy. And then these people, I'm scared to go to meets. Every year it gets worse. Every year it gets worse. And it's happening at Cars and Coffee too. I swear to God it is. Like I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
What am I meant to do?
I now only go to like I only go to either like the invite only cars and coffees or the ones where I know it's just going to be full of expensive shit because they just
Yeah.
don't go to those.
Yeah, no, for
I
well,
never go to like the local, come hang out here, open meet. Never fucking again in my life.
no. You wouldn't go to like Cars and Bubble Tea? They're
Maybe,
they're not as
maybe they're
they're
they're established.
they're established, and honestly there is some crap there, but it is not as bad as that's probably the only like random open meet I would go to.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cuz yeah. I it yeah. You know what too? Like it just feels like I don't know. I can't do it anymore with these and it's like polluting my Instagram, and everyone has for some reason a 360 camera on their car on their like
do you remember the one? And I know it was local because they went down Clifton Hill in Niagara Falls. The
oh yeah.
Ford, was it an Edge?
It was an edge. It was an edge.
It's the
Yes.
Ford Edge.
Bro, like
Fuck
what are you
off.
fucking doing? What are you doing? This is the thing. I cannot like for example, I don't really like Honda Civics other than the Type R's, but I think everybody likes the Type R in fairness, but like I don't like Honda Civics, right? I
Yep.
don't think I'd own a Honda Civic. I can at the very least accept that like, they're at least good driving vehicles when maintained well. They're better than most
Yes.
good,
People will own a Civic for fun, and that's fine.
That's fine. That is completely fine, especially if they're a little, like, slightly older, slightly better, as long as they're well maintained. Brother, a Ford Edge? Or no, not Edge. No, not Edge. Fuck, what is it? That's really
It
dumb
was.
one. It wasn't an Edge. It's the one with, like, 3 sunroofs. Not Fusion. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it an E model?
No, it's not. It's, Christ.
The Flex.
Flex!
It was a Flex.
Yes, that's the one. Okay, yeah, they have really dumb names.
You know how I found that? I googled Ford Square SUV, and the first thing that came up
Dude.
was the Flex.
I knew immediately because that's the one SUV where like you're kind of like, oh man, like I could like turn that into like a little camper or something, right? Because it's like so long and square, you could do whatever you wanted with it, and they're so cheap, and they have 3 sunroofs, which I think would be cool.
Yeah,
right.
Great camper vehicle.
Great camper vehicle. Great vehicle. Like granted, I think they're actually not reliable, but besides the point, like if you own that vehicle to take your kids to soccer practice, I have no problem with you. There is no issue. Why is there a 360 camera on it?
If you put an Insta 360 on your Flex and go to take pictures of it in front of a casino, you deserve to get kicked out.
I hope that something bad happens to you because like what is going on?
Brother, putting an Insta 360 on that is haram.
No, that should be illegal. That should be illegal. I think you should go to prison if you do that. Because like I'm sorry, like okay, so did you what's the ecosystem of how this happens? Cuz having a car is cool. I acknowledge fully that having a car is sweet. But I respect teenagers who do dumb shit in like their parents' car more than I do this, because it's almost 99% of the time it's people who are way too old to be behaving this way. You know what I mean?
It usually is. It's you're past the age where dumb shit is cool.
Yeah. Like you are 23 to 25 years old and you are
if not older.
Yeah, if not older. If not like surprisingly older. But like I can remember when any car, like if you're in high school, any car is sick. Like
like from like 17 to like
21,
20, maybe 21.
Yeah.
Just any car is just it's fucking awesome. It's
amazing. And even sick. Then, any car in life is sick. That's dope that you own a vehicle. Respect.
Yeah.
LARPing as Dominic Toretto in your Ford Flex, I need you to stop and I need you to reconsider your life. And not just that. It's the way, you know what gets me? Like I'm a 95-year-old man in this. It's the way that they like sort of, they don't talk, but they do the subtitles in the video where it's like, oh, the security came to hassle us because he saw some cool cars or some like it's always some shit like that, right? It's always some nonsense.
Like, no, Bro, he didn't see some cool cars. He saw somebody pulling up and blocking the entire fucking entrance in their
Yeah, he saw someone
SUV.
trespassing in their SUV.
Yes.
Possibly 7 people inside coming to
He
kill
saw
people.
somebody being a nuisance in their entranceway and asked them
Yeah.
to leave.
They're absolutely a fucking nuisance.
There's a reason why people in Ferraris and Lamborghinis get treated differently than people in a Ford Flex.
No one in a Ford Flex is being comped anything. And
No.
that's fine. That's completely fine.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with a Ford Flex. It's just you don't need an Insta360 for it.
I know people are like, it's not, people call it a gap cam, but it's not. Listen, I don't like the other side of it either. I don't think that every car needs 1,000 horsepower, and I think that GTIs are cool. And I think that,
I don't think every car needs 1,000. I've been in multiple 1,000 horsepower vehicles. Is it fun? Yes. Does every car need it? No.
no. I don't want to go to work in 1,000 horsepower vehicle. I don't need to do that. I don't even, like, it's just unreasonable, you know?
Good at what they're built for. Kind of suck everywhere else.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I mean, maybe the ZR1 is different because it comes from the factory like that, but anybody who's ever been in like a built 1,000 horsepower vehicle, kind of shit.
Yeah, it's usually alarming and not in the fun way most of the time.
Yeah, like once you start getting to that power level, now you're starting to like, especially depending on what platform you're doing it in. Now there's like serious compromises you're having to make to other areas of drivability.
And definitely safety. That. Let's just be honest. And definitely safety. There's no question.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like most vehicles, like the tire that you need to handle that kind of power, 90% of them don't have the tire they need. And they're just like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Kind of alarming.
Yeah. Or I mean, the tire that you do need to handle it is just not very well suited to the street.
No.
Like if the tire you need to handle that amount of power is this tire works well only when it's extremely hot outside and the tire has been warmed up and you are driving in a straight line.
Yeah.
That is a compromised vehicle.
No, it is not a car that I would want to take anyone that I gave a shit about in. Yeah. You know what I mean? It would be like, no, I don't think so. Am because we know that it can be done now. It's not that interesting, but not every fucking M3 needs to be like an 800, 900 horsepower car to be on TikTok.
Yeah, like these people that drive around on like drag radials.
Oh, like, just get okay. Your dick is huge,
drag radials stuck on the street.
No, they do it as a flex exclusively. It's nobody with a brain does that.
Also, on the flip side of that, if you're driving around on drag radials and you don't have 1,000 horsepower, you can fuck off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People who have like these crazy tire setups, and it's like, oh, what's going on? Like because you're
putting drag radials on like your fucking stock with an intake and catback Mustang GT and killed. Setting it up so that it has a rake. Fuck off.
Yeah, get killed. Honestly, I don't understand how. Like, because then it's the same. It's the same thing. You have no shame. You have no shame. You're LARPing. You're literally just LARPing. I would respect someone way more who's just. I still think about that kid with the Focus ST who's like, yeah, I just want to get a new hood, and I'm like, I love this. This is a respectable kid. He's like, I just want to do these simple things. I'm so happy that I have my own vehicle. Dude, that kid's gonna go far. That's a humble attitude. That's reasonable. Just, come on, man. It's the same thing. Like, this is the same problem. It's just you've got flexers, and then you've got people who shouldn't be flexing. But really, they're both shouldn't be flexing.
They're the flip side of the same coin.
Yeah, 100%. I just can't fucking do it anymore.
If you're trying to flex with a flex, you especially should not be flexing.
Dude, I'm tired of like reading regular. Like, it's not even. I don't even care if you drive a regular traffic vehicle. I like regular traffic cars when I'm regular traffic. That's fine. Like, I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I want to have everything, every little feature. Cooled seats. I wish I had those. And some Camrys have those. Seats. Yeah. So, like, that's fine. But like,
there's so much other different kinds of fun that you can have in regular cars.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody just like you have a regular car and they try and fit into like the stuff that sports car and supercar and exotic car people do. You can have so much fun if you just make your flex a camper and go camping.
Dude, if someone showed up to a meet and opened up the back of their Flex and they had like a full bed set up and like a little, like, you know how like the Top Gear guys did when they did Africa, and
Yeah.
just that's, I would be like,
Yeah,
this
like if
is
somebody pulled
sick.
up to a meet in a wagon and opened the hatch and it was set up like a
Little
can't like
camper.
a tent or a hotel room or something, that's the fucking coolest car there.
That's the, by far, I'm tired of
I don't care if
seeing
somebody shows up in a
Mustangs.
Ferrari. I want to see this.
I could give, you know how little of a shit I've realized I give about supercars lately? It's actually annoying me myself. I want to see ridiculous shit because like I went to that one play I'm not going to mention, but like I went and I saw a bunch of Ferraris and whatever, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Like I just realized I don't give a shit. The coolest thing I saw was like a TVR Sagaris because I've never seen one in person, but like
They're cool, right?
they're so cool. They look ridiculous.
They're small and they look insane. They look like a
Yeah.
fucking snake.
Yeah, they look
But it's like it's shit like that. Like I love fun shit.
yeah. I love, they look like a vehicle that I think they're the closest to a real vehicle like a cartoon villain would drive. Kind of like the Prowler, Plymouth Prowler. Kind of like a
Yeah,
cartoon villain car.
yeah,
The TVR just such a long hood. It's kind of like the Viper. It's got that long ass hood.
it is.
Yeah. I just
It's great. I love that. I love that. Like they wanted the fender vents to be open, but it kept throwing rocks at the window and breaking it. So instead of just redesigning the fender, they just closed the vents
yeah.
with fiberglass.
They're like whatever. That's it. It's
They
good
were
enough.
just like, there we go, problem solved. We just closed it.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't think like I'm over
I
it. Like
also
I'm
love
just,
on the Sagaris, the hood vent. You can like manually adjust the angle of the hood vent.
can you really?
Yes.
I did not know that. I did not know that. I thought they were stationary.
No, you can. It's adjustable, and you have to do it manually.
What a strange thing.
It's just I love TVR shit like that.
Well, yeah, and they came in all those crazy ass colors. We love TVRs, but they came in all those crazy ass colors too. Like from
Yeah, like
factory,
the
they're like, yeah,
chromatic.
you want, yeah, midnight purple or like chromatic like green or yeah, like just you want
Yeah,
that, and you,
the one I saw last year was I think it was like green and it went into purple depending on how the light hit it.
dude, that shit is so cool. Well, like
Fucking dope.
I think that is probably that's like a top 10 for me, like coolest cars, like that aren't like McLaren F1. Like I'm over it. Oh, you have a lot of money? I
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah. Like love the McLaren F1.
Yeah,
On like still one of my all-time greats, if not the all-time great in my eyes.
yeah.
But realistically, it's so far out of my reach that I love it, but I don't care.
No, I that's the thing. I just
I would be very interested and happy if and when I ever saw one in person. I would
yeah,
love to see one in person. You know, like we talked about the one you saw, it was
yeah.
like that's fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
But it's like that's probably the only one you're ever going to see in your life.
Yeah, but also like like it kind of gets old because like every you see it online too. Like the TVRs are not super well documented cars. Like you don't see them in all YouTuber content. I've seen a million McLaren F1s in videos. Like I'm not saying that doesn't make them any less cool, but I'd rather if both were sitting in the parking lot at this point in my life, I would probably be obsessing over the TVR. Well, I'd look at
That's
the
fair.
McLaren, don't get me wrong, but I'd be obsessed with the TVR because I also would be like like I don't I don't know. Maybe I'm just at a point where I'm like I'm more interested in something that there's a
Well, it's
world I
like
could
the
afford it.
TVR is kind of obtainable, right? Like you
Yeah.
could
It's
very
expensive,
feasibly
but yeah.
one day get a Sagaris if you wanted one.
Yeah. It's possible.
You
It
know, they
feels
haven't
possible.
crossed that threshold that the F1 did like probably like 15 to 18 years ago now where it's like, "Oh, this is entirely unobtainable at this point."
Well, even at their lowest, it was like $1 million. Like to me, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like even if let's say I had $1 million, which is a pretty good achievement as any person at this point in time, brother, I'm
Well,
not
not just
buying a car
$1 million,
with it.
$1 million to spend on a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to go to a car. Like, let's be honest. You would need like $10 million to be like, I might buy $1 million car as an investment.
Yeah, and even then, that's a horrible idea putting
Oh,
10%
it's
of your
terrible.
net worth into a vehicle,
It
but
would be idiocy.
yeah, but like that's the thing. It's like, you know, I see a Sagaris and it's like, yeah, they're, you know, 80 to 100 grand Canadian, but that's, you know, okay. I can
Yeah,
do
but
that.
like the super at the end of the day was like 65.
Well, it was 67. Well,
Okay, 70. Call
MSRP
it 70.
67 plus taxes and everything. So yeah,
Right.
75
So
ish.
in a little, with a little more like if a little more years and work, this is in the realm of reality. This
Yeah.
is possible, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's possible, but like I just don't there's no world where I lie to myself. I go, if I work hard enough and
I'm
I
gonna have an
hustle,
F1.
I could have a McLaren F1. Like I don't it's fine, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It's fine, but it just makes
Yeah.
me
Like
want to
it
be
was
more
different.
interested
It
in
was
this.
different growing up because back then, like a lot of these cars weren't worth a ton of money. Like, yes, the F1 was always expensive, but growing up, it was like, yeah, maybe if I work really hard one day, I can have a Diablo.
Yeah.
'Cause they were like 150 grand.
Yeah. No, I mean like even now, like when I look at like if I think of supercars, the Gallardo is the thing that like I'm most interested in because
Yeah.
they're in the low hundreds. Because you're like
Yeah. Like Ferrari 355s and 360s at one point were like
sub 60.
just scraping 100 to sub 100 Canadian.
Dude, I saw 360s for like 65 at one point.
Yeah, like these were like, okay, yeah, I could do this. This is obtainable. And I mean, like the 360 and the 355 and 430 and whatever, still kind of are, but it's like it used to be more obtainable.
Yeah, no, stuff used to be way more possible. And for some reason everything became a collector item.
Yeah, now like a Diablo or a Murcielago or something, especially if you want a gated manual, like
Yeah.
fucked.
That's why if in my Gallardo fantasies, I just accept the fact that I'm gonna get like a paddle shift, and that's the one that I drove too. I got to drive my like
Yeah,
optimal spec one.
yeah.
It was
But the good
green and
news
everything.
is now they're
Hmm.
starting to do manual conversions for them.
Yeah, which is great. But like, I don't know. So when I go into a fucking thing and like the first thing I see is like yeah, McLaren F1. That's cool, sweet. But I'd rather obsess over something that one day could be mine. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky, but
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I
Like
mean,
I'm just being
I think
realistic.
it's something to come. I think it's part of sort of like age and growing up because I don't know. Before when you're younger, before you get out into the world, you do think you can one day have these things, and then you get out into the world and you realize, probably not.
Like there are things too like that are like realistic or
Yeah,
like there are dreams that are out there but they're like I said, like Gallardos are like sub 150. Yeah, maybe one
yeah,
day, but like it's still kind of a lofty goal because 150,000 tied up in a car, it's a lot of money.
yeah.
We're not
Like
talking about
Dream
like
now,
yeah.
realistically, like Dream is like GT3 touring. You know,
Yeah.
like if it's 250 to 300, that's a lofty goal, but that's like, maybe one day if I work hard and everything lines up, maybe.
Yeah. That's like a retirement gift. The way that they boomers used to
Yeah,
buy Corvettes. That is very much like I'm
that is.
not doubting you or anything, but
That is,
it feels like
and of
that.
course, like there's always people in the 1% or whatever that can afford it young, and all the power to them. I fucking hope you have an awesome time driving your supercars while you're young.
Yeah. I like seeing them driven, and I have no problem with people who are like young and like have just gotten either very lucky or it's usually luck. Some of them are very smart, but it's usually luck, and that's fine. But
Yeah,
like, it's nice to see them out in the world. I hate that a
yeah,
lot of these cars sit in like garages, basically being dusted off as like investments. It's kind of fucking annoying. I don't respect it. So
yeah. That's that because like I don't know. In my eyes, like they're built and meant to be driven, and I don't know. I hate seeing cars be treated like art,
yeah, no, yeah,
like just as money in an investment. But whatever, I get it. I understand why they do it because that's just how it is when you have that much money. But that's also why it's not really interesting a lot of the times, is because like yeah, you see the car, but it's like for a fact that F1 was trailered there, pushed to its spot,
yep,
pushed back onto the trailer and trailered home. Like he didn't pull that shit out of the garage, drive 300 kilometers there, park it dusty and dirty, and then drive it home.
no, not even a little bit. It was trailered there, and then it was trailered
Yeah.
home,
And if
and I
they
don't
did do
respect
that,
it.
I respect them all the much more.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's I don't know, man. Like, okay, so like, as someone, just I finally get to. It's a good reason to use it. As someone with an art degree, art is bullshit, right? So like, this is all just a game of like financial write-offs and shit like that. It's a game of
Oh yeah.
appreciation. It's not anything. Like,
Yep.
it sucks. It fucking sucks. So
Yeah.
like, and when those, like, when cars become a market and they become like an investment and we're all banking on them because then, oh, none of them are really for sale, so I can price it however I like. And then, there's the whole thing that's going on with JDM cars in the States where dealers are like pricing them at some ridiculous amount of money because one super good one sold on Bring a Trailer or whatever,
Yeah, they're trying
right?
to like bring up the whole market now because of one example.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so like, you're just polluting, you're just ruining a whole market. I'm If you drive your car, power to you. Is basically all I'm trying to say. Is like, good for
Yeah.
you, because like, that's what we need to have. We need to have people who actually drive vehicles. It's disgusting when shit just sits. I really don't care for it. Uh, what a little fucking baby rant. But you know what other TVR? Because we talked about the T350T, because that's the little one that kind of looks like a Cigaris, but it's smaller and
Uh,
cheaper.
I think is it the C or the T?
T350. Is it a C3?
Yeah, but there's the T350 and I think the T350C. Oh, same body style, same shit.
Which one's
But
cheaper?
yes,
I'll buy that one.
that's like baby Cigaris.
Yeah. No, they're good looking cars as well. They're not as crazy as the Cigaris, but like, still good looking
No.
cars. Still TVR crazy. Like,
Yeah,
still got basically no.
they're like 80% of a Cigaris.
Yeah, and they're like 60 to 80. So like, that's even more attainable. If I saw one, I'd be so excited.
Yeah, and
So,
I mean, you still get the Speed 6, straight 6, still
hmm
350 horsepower. They still weigh nothing. They're like 2,600 pounds, so
hmm
that'll be a quick vehicle.
yeah, be sweet. I don't know. I respect people dreaming. I think I just wanted to say, like, remember we were talking about last week, like, people who have these like aspirations, and it's like, buddy, you haven't even started and you're like telling us your big plans, and it's annoying. I think
Yep.
you should dream. I just think dreams are private. Does that make sense? Or like, when it's more so invited, right? Like, if we
Yeah,
had.
it's like it's either invited or just, you know, keep it to yourself until it's a reality.
Yeah. I What's the Lil Wayne quote?
Oh, I don't know.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. Like, I think there's a, like, we've talked about it before where we're like, okay, you got a budget of 150 grand, like, what are you buying, right? That's fun
Yeah.
because you're like, well, what combinations? And it's more so like an exercise of like, does it make sense to buy one vehicle that costs this much money? But I think rocking up to a car meet with a Camry that's 3 colors, um which, you know and then like opening your hood and then saying how, like, you're saving for like an R8 or something, right? It's kind of like, hey man, fuck you. Like, it's
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like as soon as you say that, everybody knows you're full of shit.
everybody is finding a reason to exit the conversation, pretty
Yeah,
much.
like just keep it to yourself until you're there in an R8.
Yeah.
And then you
I
can say, I used to have a Camry and I worked really hard and now I have an R8.
I will say this, and maybe this is my, and you can tell me if I'm off base, but my headcanon in general about like dreams and aspirations is that sometimes I think that dreams and desiring, like, oh, you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy anything and I'm going to save for an R8 or whatever. And some people can do it and it takes them, whatever it is, 8 years, 10 years, and that's if that's a time sacrifice you're willing to do, great. All the power to you. But I think some people will literally not do anything. You know what I mean? And they'll not
Yeah.
buy anything, they'll not do anything. They'll be like, "Nope, I'm saving for this thing." And it may never come, like, I'm just being honest. And then they end up like losing a lot of time that they could have been enjoying something like more affordable that's like, I don't know, even 70% of an R8 or like 50% of an
Yeah.
R8 or
No, that's true. Like you have to be reasonable and self-aware about it.
yeah.
You know,
This
like you have the dream or the goal has to make sense. You know, if your dream or goal is, I want an R8, it's great, that's fine. How are you getting there? What are you doing to make the money? What is the path?
yeah. But even
Because
then,
I
like,
started saving for my car many years before I bought it, and
mhm.
like that's the first thing I did. I sat down and I was like, "What is the path there? I will save this amount of money for this long, and if I make these career changes, I can get there this much quicker." And
Yeah,
here it
that's
is.
and here it is, and you've done it. But I think that that's what I mean is like you're like an R8. Like if you're gonna buy a good, like especially let's say you want a new like the newer gen one, right? That's more expensive, right?
Yeah,
200 minimum, like kind of like 200 grand in that area, whatever. It's not exact, but yeah, you could have that, or you could buy, for $50,000, you could have something that's like 70% of that, and instead of spending 10 years with nothing and being
yeah,
like I have nothing, but I'm working towards this goal. Like time is the greatest currency that you can spend and never get back. And
yeah,
so for me, like there's a memory that I have, and this is like my little thing that I think about. Whenever I feel like I'm behind, I think about this sometimes. I was picking up a friend from downtown Toronto, and I'd had my car for like 5 months or something because I'd bought it. I remember I took delivery December 1st. Took delivery. It was a used car, but whatever. It was in my possession December 1st of
yeah.
2016.
Are we talking
Uh,
about the FRS?
the FRS, sorry, the FRS. And I remember like being, like I said before, I was like 23 when I got the car. So
Yeah,
was I 23? Shit, or it might have been 22. Anyway, um, wow, I'm old. Yeah, yeah, I would have been 22. Fuck. Yeah, damn. Okay. Um, no, I would have been 23. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, I was driving downtown and I stopped and my window was dirty. And to this day, we all sort of do keep like a little bit of spray or something to clean off your window. And I'm cleaning my window and this guy comes out of my friend's apartment and he's looking at my car and I forget what he says to start the conversation, but the guy looks like life has not treated him well. Right.
yeah,
And that's no disrespect to him. But the thing I remember the most is he was drinking something out of a Gatorade bottle that was most definitely not Gatorade and it looked like piss. Could have been apple juice that he put in a Gatorade bottle, but it looked like piss, and that sticks out. And I remember saying something like, something like, oh yeah, like I'm just cleaning my car, like I'm obsessive when I'm because I'm young or something like that. And he was like, how old are you? And I'm like 23. And he looks at me, and goes 23, and you're driving this? And I was like, yeah, it's not much, but it's mine, right? And I didn't realize until after that conversation that he was probably reflecting on his life because he looked like he was probably in his late 40s
yeah,
and probably not very happy. And even though like my car was like sub 20 grand, it was like I did that and I had all that. Like I loved that car. I still, to the day I sold it, I loved that car. It's a great car,
yeah.
great driving,
Except for
amazing
when you had to
car.
do the brakes.
That's a separate issue. But I love to drive that car and I was always very happy to have that car. And I like that's time. I would never ever like be like, oh, I wish I had that 20 grand instead of like all that time I got to spend enjoying a vehicle. And
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I think it's okay to be frugal. I just don't want anybody to lose what little time we all have here for a lofty goal. That's what
yeah.
that's my preaching
Well, I
here.
mean, there's middle grounds there too, right? Like there's plenty of cars that you can buy and have fun with that will lose little to no value if you were to sell it at the end
Yeah.
when you do buy your R8. Like,
Mhm.
you can go buy a slightly beat on, I don't know, twin Miata,
Yeah.
whatever, and you can probably turn around and sell it for around what you bought it for. Like, yeah, you'll have to put money into it to keep it going. And yeah, I guess that's not money that's in the bank, but if it's the, like if the money it costs to keep that car going is such a big difference for you in being able to purchase the end goal car, you're probably not financially ready for the end goal car.
Oh yeah. No shot. If like a brake job is like life ending, like or like I don't know, a tank of gas. Like I've seen people who it's like gas is so
Yeah.
expensive, I don't want to drive, and it's like I get it, but I like that where you're like no, you're serious. You're like this is like life changing amount of money. It's not that like
Yeah, like
just ugh.
I think it's one of those things where I think like a lot of people, we can probably end on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
because I think we're a little over an hour now, but it's like a lot of people look at the cost of entry, but they don't look at the cost of ownership.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can get a used RS7 for like in the 40s or something.
Oh yeah. Sometimes cheaper.
Yeah, but it's like, so the cost of entry is, equivalent to like a Camry or something, but it's like a brake job on an RS7 is like $4,500.
Yeah. It's gonna bankrupt you.
So if you know if doing $4,500 maintenances or $1,000 maintenances is a problem for you, you can't afford an RS7 even though you can afford the cost of entry.
Yeah.
If you go to the gas station and spending $100+ on a tank of gas is like, whew, that's rough
Yeah.
this week.
I'm gonna
It's
be
not the
eating
car for
white
you.
bread and bologna this week.
Yeah, like you're not ready for it.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
no,
that.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's something that you need to acknowledge and be, potentially ready for is, yes, you can afford the price of entry, but you can't afford the price to stay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
It's like going to a really fancy hotel. Like, yeah, you can maybe buy a suite for one night and enjoy it, but you're not staying there the week.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like, it's like some people live in hotels and I can
Yeah,
afford to stay there for a night or two and be perfectly comfortable, but I can't
I
fucking
can't
live
afford to
there.
live there. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's what it is. That's what it is. You should be wary of that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
And
wow, that's
there's
a
nothing wrong with renting supercars either.
no.
Like, you can go rent an R8, enjoy it for a day, and you know, drive home in your Miata or BRZ or whatever and be happy as a pig in shit.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like it'll actually make you like appreciate your car a lot to have other experiences in other vehicles, I think.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, it just got to be realistic. That's a really really good point and I think that's positive. It's just like a planning thing.
Yeah.
It's a good place to like call
It's a
it, I
good
think.
upbeat place to end.
Yeah. If you like what you hear, you can stick around and hear more. I don't know. I have just don't give the Instagram enough attention. So,
Yeah.
if we post there, good luck. That's basically it.
Yeah. Maybe
Uh
this year.
maybe
We'll
this
try.
year. Soon, TM. Soon,
Yeah.
TM.
Coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, appreciate your time and stick around for more.